Instruction for assembling the medieval building constructor. In this video, I will demonstrate the basic principles of assembling the constructor. The models shown in the video may differ from yours. If you want to purchase a set with all the elements of the designer, you can find them in my store. Let's get started. The constructor set contains files in the formats Maya and FBX, ASCII and binary. If your program does not support the format FBX ASCII, this happens if you work in Blender. Then you should use the file format FBX binary. If you purchased a set with many models, you will have two types of files. In one of them, the model will be laid out separately from each other throughout the scene. In another file, all model will be concentrated in the center of the scene. Such models are located in the file in the name of which there is an inscription center. Types for loading model into game engines, Unity or Unreal Engine. For engines, I recommend using file with the inscription center. In this file, all models are in center of the scene, and you will not have problem with changing the standard pivot. A little advice on setting up loads in the engine. In Unity, setting up loads will happen automatically and will not require special attention. Let's check the performance of the loads. If you wish, you can adjust them on your view. I set the load switching values to low to test this, but you shouldn't do this, as I just wanted to test their functionality. Return loads to standard settings. In Unreal Engine, you will have to select the appropriate settings when importing the model into the engine for the loads to work correctly. Be sure to check the box here. Now our loads are working. The constructor scene has unit of centimeter. The minimum step when moving the constructor is 250 centimeters or 500 centimeters. Also, when moving elements, you can enable snapping to the grid and move object along a special model with grid. You can use snap plane grid and just take our model, use special snap to point, and now we can snap our object and we can move it. Let's try to create our first house with a roof. First, you should set up the walls and then add the beams. After that, we will add a wooden roof, and then we will add a roof with tiles. There are two types of wooden roofs in the constructor, and they differ in their size. Most often you need to use roofs that are smaller in size, because they fit together perfectly. It's small roofs, it's large roofs. Small, large. We need to use small roof. You should remember that large roofs do not connect it to any other roofs. Large roofs. Let's take our small roof and place it on the house. Let's add a roof with tiles on top. I will demonstrate an example of using a large roof. It can be used for single square houses. It should also be remembered that large roofs are not connected to roof with tiles. To determine whether a roof is large, look at its name. The name of large roofs contains the inscription double. I marked large roofs with it. When placing tile roofs, you can also add ventilation elements or add a chimney. Now we can place ventilation on the roof. Let's add a chimney. While we are working with the roof, I will demonstrate the nuance of assembling one complex model. This is a corner roof. You can see strange tendrils on it. Now I will show you why they are needed and when they should be removed. These models are necessary to create an angular roof. Now you see why these elements are needed. I will demonstrate an example in which it will be necessary to remove elements. I made a corner roof and I see that I don't need this element at this moment. You can delete it. Please note that the object is in a subgroup. We can delete it. We have studied how this element works. Let's get back to building our house. Let's look at the creation of multi-story buildings. There are two types of walls in the constructor. Walls for the first floor. You can notice the presence of brickwork on them. It's walls for the first floor. And walls for upper floors. You may notice that there is no brickwork on these walls. Also, to build a second floor, we need to add a staircase. Choose one of the stairs and add it to the building. Let's build our multi-story house. Let's add a wooden roof. Let's make a second floor. We use walls for the second floor. Let's add wooden roofs again. Let's add roof with tiles. Let's add a chimney. You should also remember that you can change the color of the roof. This is done by connecting a texture with a different roof color. Congratulations, our house is ready. Now let's render the house.